Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to my Magic 8.
I just patched. We've got the patch done. I have sound. That's great. All good things. We have... Hey, Rotoset. We got... my Magic 8 running. We got a live scene. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And we are good to go. So last time we finished off the Warlord's Stronghold. We had to be a bit more cheesy than I would have preferred because we were on a time limit, but I still wanted to finish the dungeon. And, you know, that's the only reason. It's the only reason. It's not that it was just really hard. And now we are going to continue on. We have preservation for 7 hours. We have haste for 16 hours. We have a bunch of other stuff for several days. How many things do we have? We have 4 levels worth of EXP at the moment. And yeah, the blunders were very brutal. That is very accurate. And that is a lot of druids. So, how do I want to handle the druid portion of this? I think I don't want to deal with the druids that are outside yet. I think the druids outside are going to be a pain in the ass to kill, and potentially very time-consuming, and I don't think that they're that worth it. Did I get weakness when I was in there? I think I did. Right? I think I got weak. And yes, I did finish the Warlord's Stronghold. So we finished that dungeon up. I think I only have 4 levels, but I think I'm going to train anyway, because I think that I did hit weakness, which means that no, we're first going to clear out some more of the exterior. I don't want to. I guess this doesn't matter, does it? If I train later in the day, it doesn't really change the fact that 3 o'clock is the cutoff point anyway. So the same amount of... like, whether I do it first or second doesn't really matter. Do I want to... Let's do it anyway. We're going to pull all of these. Oh, we're gonna hopefully not. Oh, we're gonna run into them. Oh, and I hit one. Mistakes were made. We're gonna fly, and you know what? We're not gonna get all of them. That's just the life of the. I was just trying to heal. I wasn't trying to actually hit any of them, but you know, when the same hotkeys control both, sometimes things happen. So we're just going to drag these to Stonehenge, because Stonehenge, as we've established, was created for the explicit purpose of killing gargoyles. So, established. Somebody's sending me text messages or something. I guess I can't get paralyzed. I was going to say, it would be very funny if I got paralyzed out of the sky, and I'm like, wait, no, that literally can't happen. Whoop. Ugh, we're not even pulling that many over there because we're having to... It's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's faster probably to do it this way than it is to try to consolidate them all into one pack. We do have the puller, so that's the most important bit. So who's hitting us? So this marble needs to go down, since it's in range to hit us. The kiting of the Cuisinarts was very fun. Honestly, I think that even if I wasn't on a time limit, I might have only killed maybe 1 or 2 more Cuisinarts that way before I just resorted to just using doors. Just because of the fact that, like, it was very fun, but it's also very time-consuming and very long. It's very tiring to do that for a very long period of time. So, I don't know that I would have wanted to do that too many more times than I had already done it. But it was very cool, and I'm very glad that we figured that out as a solution there, because like kind of any time I'm in that place, I'll have that in my back pocket as like an option to deal with the Cuisinarts. And I actually think that Cuisinarts are going to be way less trouble in the future as a direct result of that. If I can just like pull the Cuisinarts to that area and then basically manage how much kiting really kiting I'm doing to them, using the doorways to just teleport around, that's great. And under normal circumstances, the overall durability of those Cuisinarts is not going to be as crazy as it was there. The biggest issue that I had with the door strat is that because it teleports you to a random door, and you don't want... It is 45 physical resistance at this point. So the spear is definitely doing a lot of work on like gargoyle bosses. Yeah, the Dragon Rider caves are definitely going to cause problems, but the other thing is that I can't do the Dragon Rider caves for a long time. Those are not a thing I have easy access to. So, let's see. Nobody scales with SP. I have 2 legendary boots equipped, so I have 2 legendary boots and a person who can't use boots, so they would have to be very impressive for me to like give them more than a casual glance. So the person who scales with whatchamacallit, the person who scales with spell points can't wear boots. And the majority of other people have like, it looks like a decent trade until you look at the legendary effect and go, oh, never mind. This legendary effect doesn't show up in this calculation, because how could it? So one of my boots gives me the percentage damage, which is incredibly important for adamantite bosses in particular, but is also just generally incredibly useful for bosses. The other one gives me the cooldown reset. So those 2 boots, like, I can't replace those boots until I have other sources of those effects. And even then, I still wouldn't just replace them, because things like the cooldown reset is most useful for Severia, obviously, because Severia has very slow attacks and also is doing the bulk of the damage. So it's like, obviously the majority of the plurality of killing blows are going to come from that character. So that's going to be most impactful on them. But what does it say? But it would still be useful on other characters. Probably not as useful on Ashe, but which is unfortunate, because it would be nice if it would be good on Ashe, because Ashe does have a fast attack pattern. Like, I think Ashe is about twice as fast as the other. Well, no, because Ashe probably is way slower now, because we just upgraded their gear. So, what is your recovery time's 50 still? So no, that's not true. Alright, so we're going to. It's very funny that I've gotten 2 legendary boots on a party that has it has a Minotaur in it, because it really does make it so that, like, I just look at boots and I'm like, okay, well, is this an upgrade for Korgrik? I think Korgrik's the only person who has non-legendary boots. Yeah, if it's not if it's not an upgrade for this piece of gear, it's irrelevant. Actually, that's not true. There's one other person. Who else has non-legendary? Yeah, you also have 355 HP and 32 to all 7 statistics on your boots. I'm actually going to pop back over here, not because I actually want to reset the enemies. I might even just reload. I do not want to reset the dungeon. I just want to check, because I didn't check the damage values in this dungeon. And so it looks like Ash is pulling ahead very considerably from everybody else. And Silria is starting to sort of like climb back up the rankings, because I'm spending less time having them heal and more time hitting things. So I didn't want to actually reset the locations of all the enemies by doing that. I just wanted to check that. Let's see. Yeah, Severia was doing less than 40% of the damage in that dungeon, which is also cool and interesting. So, you know, it feels really good stunning and or paralyzing marble gargoyles, you know? There's certain, like, enemy types where you're just like, yeah, that feels good. That feels real good. Okay, we're gonna save again. We're just gonna pop forward. And we're basically just going to pull this pack of Gargs a little bit at a time until we hit 3 o'clock or something. Yeah, we're at noon, so we probably can just clear this pack. This is a bad pull. I shouldn't be pulling this. That was a pretty sizable heal, actually. That on-hit heal effect was actually pretty good there. So we are seeing improvement to the on-hit heal effect as we invest more heavily into intellect, which I think it scales with spellcasting stats. And all that jazz. How are we doing? Okay, I'll go after you. We're low enough that we're going to go ahead and spam, and we're actually so low. I did not realize that these gargoyles were hitting this hard, that we're going to just rotate around. This one is very low. The other one is separated out, so there we go. Easy. Yeah, we're getting pretty good results out of that. The spear effect is definitely making a meaningful improvement to the entire party's damage now, and because of the fact that I want everybody to be dealing melee damage, I would prefer to use spear in general. I can also use spear, like for bosses and stuff. I could hypothetically use spear until the boss gets reduced into 0. Like once I 0 out the resist, I just switch over to Sorted Board. That's a thing I can do. And it's probably a reasonable strategy. I require assistance. So that's done. Save it up. And to you. Done. Cast levitate. How are we doing on preservation? Not great. We're not doing great on it. We're not doing super hot on preservation. So we cleared this. We have access to this. Save it up.
Useless.
I think import here. Let's go ahead and fly over to the south end of this again. We have not cleared this. For some reason I thought I had cleared this. Did I clear part of it or something? That is a lot of enemies. I think I cleared some of the other side there. So, unfortunately I can't fight them in the air. So... Is the unrestricted flying thing only in Might and Magic 8? Because I was under the impression that the zones that had flying enemies in them were unrestricted. Oh boy! Okay, we can't. Okay. I was gonna say we can't get away from it, so we're just gonna have to win. Gotcha. Well, you don't consider Gargs to be stronger flying enemies? With their 6 trillion defense? We've pulled some of the others a little further away. I don't know how durable that change is going to be. So, I think we're going to try to clear the rest of the enemies that are down here. Oh, never mind. It's almost 3 o'clock already, and we just barely cleared that other thing. So, I'm going to pull one more enemy. Oh, I'm not going to pull you, actually. So, we're not going to fight these right now, because they got too close to town. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to go into... Do I want to go back into the Silverhelm Stronghold? Where's the training people? I think the training people are unfortunately on the south end of town, right? Nope, they aren't. They're right here. So...
Ready to train?
We can pop in here. I cannot train while I'm here. Okay. That is concerning. So if I can't train while I'm here, that means that we are going to have to... We're just going to have to reload for deaths, unfortunately. So let's try to be reasonably efficient with our thingamabobber.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
On the plus side, it does mean that we will have a shit ton of levels to play with once we get to the next area. I've not gone to the Frozen Highlands yet, though. I wasn't in a rush to go to the Frozen Highlands because I can't use the teleporter to Iron Fist yet anyway. Because I need to go to Blackshire first. No, this is a mistake. Here. Focus fire appropriately. We're unfortunately losing a lot of damage. And healing to people going down. Okay, fine. Whew. Everything's chill. So we got those. And that was a fairly sizable pack, honestly. I actually think this is always both. Oh shit. Okay. We aggroed some on the corner. But yeah, after having dealt with those Cuisinarts, this should be a much simpler area to deal with. Do need... Yeah, nothing here is going to be that crazy. Certainly not compared to, like, Cuisinarts. It's just a matter of not burying myself in a mountain of enemies here at the very start. As long as I don't bury myself in a mountain of enemies here, where I can't kite it all, we should be fully fine. Let's see. Yeah, we might get a Thorn veteran, but also, you know, Thorns won't be as crazy as it was just now. Okay, we aren't going to have to worry about this attacking us randomly while we're in a fight now, which is good. We have more than I'd like to have pulled, but that's okay. And they're all right on top of each other, just what I like to see, when they make it so that it's impossible to focus fire on a single one. Not impossible, it's very difficult to focus fire on a single one. Alright, there we go. So that's probably most of this side cleared. Yeah, I can see the back wall there, so there can't be that anymore. Famous last words. Whew. Okay. So we're pulling the enemies from in front of us before we pull the enemies from this side passage, weirdly enough. That is a boss. It's swift. Perfect. That's what I love to see. You. No. If you're on a phone, you can't see this tiny sliver of blue. There we go. Okay, turning has actually aggroed this. So we got it stunned? Stunned. And we're just gonna spam healing and hope that we can kill it before it kills us, and we actually probably can't. I don't think we have the throughput for this. Wow. Okay, so we are losing a brute force contest against this swordsman, and that is a problem. You know what I'm gonna do? Because...
This doesn't look too dangerous.
no, there's no check. I'm going to check for a table. We're finding a table. There are tables in this room. I was right. Okay. I don't think those tables are going to be useful to us for this part, but there are tables in that room. So I have pinned that away for later.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
So we have tables. We are sadly going to have to re-clear here. We just need to get... I guess we're going to need, like, pretty much on a fundamental level, we need to not have a boss in this initial setup, because if there's a boss in this initial setup, I think we might just be boned. Because Swift doesn't, I don't think, have any combat effects. It's just harder to kite. I could be wrong. It might attack faster, which would be a pretty sizable DPS increase. But that's really rough. As soon as I let go of the E button, I went from having no DPS coming in to having way too much. Okay. So the other problem is that this is actually a good portion of the dungeon in just these two chambers. Like, oh shit, I aggroed something from the left too. Ooh, this is potentially lethal right here. I'm gonna try to kill the soldier first because I can single target it, and I can't single target anything else. So the hope here is that I can burn the soldier down, and then we can get the Master Swordsman down before they start obliterating us too badly. Alright, that one I think is paralyzed. Yeah, these alcoves are very stacked. Let's see here. I'd like to get you, and I'd like to get you. Thank you. I would not like to get a bunch of others, but you know, we're gonna get a bunch of others as well. Shit. Okay, we need to immediately. Oh shit! Okay. The timing on that was really rough for me. Okay. I also need to recast Preservation after we finish this fight. We need to regen some more. Comfortably. There we go. How are we on Preservation? We still have 5 hours left. Great. How are we on haste? 7 hours? That's not long enough. Casting haste again. Alright, so I think we've gotten most of that alcove. There's still several in that alcove there. And I'm willing to use invisibility if I feel like I have to, or if I feel like I'm wasting too much time on reloads, where I feel like it's like I'm like wasting everybody's time. But generally, I would like to avoid using like overusing invisibility, because with invisibility, I could really just like plop in there and like do some really crazy shenanigans. And I like to have the mix of like the more standard tactics and like advanced tactics. So we'll see. That's no good. Yeah, that lab is definitely stacked as well. I think probably the most stacked like area, though it's a slightly larger room, is the first area of the hive. The first area of the hive is very, very stacked. Like well past what is reasonable. It really sucks to have a Master Swordsman beating on me at the very back of this pack. Okay, got it. Yeah, the hive is just dumb though, you know? Fair. So, we have 3 people who are insane. We're gonna have to cure that eventually. Yeah, the Ba Temple is a much larger room though as well. Like, you have so much more room to play with. Oh wait, yeah, and but even that one is also like a huge chamber where you can only really aggro half of them at a time, right? Like, but because like when you first grab the gong, they're like outside of aggro radius for the most part. Okay, we got a few here. We got more than I'd like to grab. Substantially more comfy. You know, I've never... I wouldn't want to say never, but I have not, in recent memory, like, stuck around long enough and looked at them as they spawn. I always just am making a beeline out of there. So, I've never really... I should observe that in the next time that I do a run on vanilla or something. I've definitely done it in the past because an old strat that I used to use was to use the table to block them off before I started kiting. Oh, god damn it. Wow, why am I an idiot? Well, we know the answer to that question. We know the answer to that question. Okay. Okay. Whew, boy. Oh, that's a concern. We have a fighter that's almost dead, actually. I'm going to try to kill it. And I failed to kill it, I think. We need to get this veteran down. And will I get it down at some point in the future? Yes, I will. Okay. So with that veteran down, there's only one veteran left, I think. And it might be parried? Or did it run into the... Where'd the other... Yeah, there it is. Huh. Well, if we hadn't paralyzed this veteran right off the bat, we would have been probably boned. Let's see. Oh, I kill the pack. It's just that I fight the pack in the tunnels, and I just do a melee kite through the tunnels. So, as opposed to like looking at them as they're spawning, right? Which substantially like splits the thinger.
Useless.
Yeah, I didn't make myself clear to a person who hasn't literally watched me do it. One of the rules that I have is that I need to clear every enemy, so every dungeon that I'm in, I have to clear everything. There's the respawning enemies are an exception, where sometimes I just forget them. I think I just realized that I forgot in Freehaven to do the well with the archers. I'm usually supposed to do each one of them at least once, so I forgot to do those. Shit, that was a mistake. I now have way more than I want, and as the more spawn in, they're going to interfere with the pathing of the other one and get it to come in as well. So the one that was sticking around is where all the others will find. Whew. That is several enemies, some of whom are veterans. I'm going to see how we can handle things with this wall. Does this wall help us at all? Yes, the MMA AI cannot handle walls, like, at all. It's so easy to get enemies locked in walls with this AI pattern. We're going to use less wall shenanigans once we have... I have made a mistake. I was dicking around too much, and now I have 2 veterans on me. Oop, that's the wrong spell.
That's good.
We're in trouble. We're in deep shit. Even if we kill this one, we are still like 1 hit away on Portal from like being fully down. Let's go here. Oh shit, we aggroed those. Fuck. Oh god, I should have gone the other side. I forgot. It wouldn't have mattered. Did I have an answer to that? Yeah, I had an answer to that. It was not get them unlocked in the wall there. That was the answer. I fucked up. I basically was trying to be a bit more aggressive, play it a bit less safe with 2 veterans in the pack, And you just can't do that with 2 veterans in the pack. Ooh, I just need to be more careful. God, that's such a waste of time. I'm so sorry. If I had just used the wall, the way that I can use the wall, I would have been probably fine. I think what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to, once I clear out these 2, I'm going to immediately transition to, I'm going to immediately transition over to, using this wall to just pull whatever's over there and see what happens. I think that that's a reasonable way to basically recover from the from that mistake, get our progress back, and hopefully do it a bit more safely this time. Because it takes a lot less time if I'm spending less time like dicking around with my positioning and more time sitting with them, just taking damage. Oh no! Which ogres? The Might Magic 8 ogres or the Might Magic 6 ogres? All the ogres. I have no objection to this. No objection to this. Oh, okay. That's a pretty large number of creatures. That's a pretty big group. So behemoths have a ranged attack now? Sees you. I know you're in range. I know you can hear me. Only outside. Asterisk. Oh, well, that explains a lot. Explains why I couldn't hit you. Ooh, this is a problem. Okay, this one's... Okay. We got the stun off. Got 2 masters left. I think we got the masters stunned. Oh no, we got him killed. Nice. Okay. Did Greyface change missile speed? Yeah, I haven't played without Greyface in so long that, like, I wouldn't even know what vanilla range attacks feel like. Okay, so this corner works very well as long as you use it correctly. have a slight issue here. Just gonna heal up a bit. Oh, did they not before? I'm surprised that that's a change that Greyface would make, honestly. That doesn't sound like the category of change. Because that sounds like... It's reasonable for enemy projectiles to collide with, you know, their allies. Okay. We didn't have any veterans in that pack this time. We need to maintain careful expansion. Let's see. I feel like acid spray doing physical damage wasn't a bug. That feels like it's acid, not ice. Right? Though, because like poison spray is also water, and poison spray does poison damage, right? Like, I feel like water does, like, like, it was intended to do multiple different damage types. Kind of like, Blades does physical damage, right? Yeah, it's kind of like that, right? Where it's like... Yeah, Rock Blast is Earth, and Earth Shot or whatever it is probably also Earth. So we need to pull some number of these, but not all of them. This is going to be really rough, because we're going to get through this first room, and then we're still not going to be in the clear, because we get through this first room, and then we just need to deal with more rooms. So we're going to go right into this corner. We can hit them from here. We're going to do so.
This is good.
Let's see. Was acid spray given a hit check in vanilla? Because it shouldn't have had a hit check. Ah, gotcha. I think I might have very vague recollections of that from my childhood, but again, like I don't play without Greyface for the last billion years. Well, actually, I guess the first run I did was without Greyface. It was fully vanilla. Now that I think about it, that's a polar veteran. I'm fucked. This is gonna kill me. And there's nothing I can do about it because I'm stuck in a corner. I didn't see this one, and I'm dealing with 3 veterans. Oh boy. How long have we been at this? Probably about a half an hour. I'm going to do one more attempt, and then after that attempt, we are going to end this.
Where is the enemy?
Just because this is very samey. I'm tempted to just end this now. Unfortunately, that thing got around the corner. Oh god, I pulled way too many. We might get through this. Luckily, this is all like mid tiers and low tiers, so we actually don't have any masters or veterans in this pack, so we might be okay here. God, that's really rough that we died there. The Druid Dungeon is probably easier, but we're gonna have to clear this one either way. We can't train, so... Like, it's not like I can accumulate more levels. The biggest issue with this is probably something that isn't gonna be... I feel like before I was, struggling in a way that getting a little bit of gear from another dungeon could help with, but now I feel like I'm pretty much the druids are a lot less dangerous in most of their areas because because on Merge Mod everything uses Might Magic 8's AI, and a lot of the really deadly stuff in Might Magic 6 is no longer deadly as long as the ranged enemies are willing to approach you, because you can very easily get them into a corner. Whereas like a lot of those big open chambers with druids fireballing you, where it's like impossible to get them out of the room, like or into a place where you can hit them, are a lot easier. Is it specific to Merge? I've been calling it the MMA movement. Interesting. So what you're saying is that the improved pathfinding is what is making my life easier? Because the thing that isn't even the pathfinding, right? Because it has to do with the fundamental strategy of what the enemies do. Because in this, it's possible. Because in this, the enemies don't... rushing. We can't kill a summoner. Oh, this is going to take way too long. Okay. Invis time. Okay, we're going to invis, we're going to find a room that we can pull these to, and then we're going to crush them all like bugs, and it's going to be great. So, let's go. We have 6 trillion in that room. These tables are definitely not large enough to use. Whoops. Attention. You know, I have once again failed my DC 5 athletics check and died. Let's see. We're running in. We're going to ignore all of you in favor of getting this door instantly. And we need to get out of the room before they spread too much. We have some furniture in here. Don't think that's gonna... Whoopsies, I ran into an enemy. Well, I'm probably boned right here, but... Oh, bunk beds! Ooh, can I just jump onto the bunk beds? Will the bunk beds save me? Can I jump on the wood? Let's see. Can I jump on the... Wait, seriously? Did they... They tagged me so fast. Like, they just bolted straight into me there. That was very funny. We're gonna...
What lies ahead?
Try this again. Try not to run into anybody, but we might fail. I think we have an option here that's going to work great, as long as we can get to it. So we're just going to get there if we can, and if we can't, then we're boned. The wood. I'll take a look. Let's see.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
Oh! Ho ho ho! That's a good point. I can jump up here, but it doesn't protect me from attacks. Very good call. That would have been great. Oh no, I need to cast Torchlight. Okay, this is fine. We're not visible. You can't see me. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man. God, getting through this place is so tight. It's so tightly packed. Oh, I think that was a leecher. Oh shit, man. I'm surprised by how quickly these are rotating all the way over there. Maybe I just go for the one in the back. I'm gonna try the one in the room in the back. I wanted to try the thing that I was looking at just now. Why? Wait, what? There's no shot that somebody ran into me from in the middle of the room there, right? What just happened? Did somebody literally run all the way to me? I didn't cast Torchlight. I'm gonna cast Torchlight before the thing. Look, I know you're upset by the Torchlight, but that's okay. That's okay. Bright things can be good sometimes. Okay. It's so funny. Okay, that just rotated straight into the middle. And now I'm probably boned, because there's no way I'm going to navigate this hole. Okay, these chairs aren't real. I can't jump on the chair. It's not a real chair. This is unacceptable. I could just try to dive straight ahead, and that one ran not even really into me, but it ran adjacent to me. This is harder than I thought. I got pretty lucky with the movement on the first couple of motions through here, and now I'm not getting the same kind of luck anymore, and it's causing problems for me. Okay, we got through there. We can get in here. And if I can jump up on top of these beds, which I don't know if I can or not, we're going to try it. No, I can't get on top of beds. Alright, we need to go through a different door. Okay.
Come on, let's go in.
But it's going to be very funny to go from, like, having this dungeon be, like, the hardest thing in existence to just fully cheesing the entire dungeon in like the dumbest way possible. Ooh, we can jump over these. Well, I might be able to use that corner. That corner might work for me, actually. I think I'm going to try that corner. The pews are not tall enough to do a ton with... Okay. It's fine. Everything about this is fine. Okay, I'm going to try to get to this corner, and then hopefully only a few of them will arrive at a time. And it looks like I didn't get a chance to check. I could also try for the forward door, which might be more reliable. But that door sounds fun to me, because if I can get them to, like, bleed in over time, then that would be kind of cool. I could also try to use the pews. Should I try to use the pews, or should I try to use Okay, it looks like enough are getting into range here that it's not going to be a serviceable solution to this problem. So we're going to go to a different door. We're going to try the back door now. We've now tried every door except this one. Open this up. Please move away from me. Thank you. That's actually great. We got through that initial room. We're going to open this door. And we want to just take a look in the back there. I don't see anything promising there. We're not going to go in there. We have this room here, which has a table. The table won't be usable to block any attacks or anything, so we're not going to worry about it. We'll pop in here. This room has a pool of lava, question mark, that I might be able to use to fight in. If levitation worked, but levitation isn't going to work. That was fucking spooky. This table... we're not even going to reach the table, sadly. The pews might work, but I'm not sure.
What lies ahead?
That's straw bedding, not lava. We're going to try the bed, though. Yep. Oh, good. I could also... oh, wait! Wait! Wait a sec. I was presumptuous about the rafters. Can I get above the... okay, this isn't going to work. I was going to say, can I get above the table? And the answer is no. The rafters don't go immediately above the table. If the rafters went immediately above the table, it might keep the enemies far enough away from me to keep them out of range. But that's not the case. They don't care. We're going to try to get to the pews. We're going to fail because we're going to blow up before.
What lies ahead?
Let's see. Can I get to the cubes? I can get to them, but I'm not going to be able to organize myself into an appropriate location. I think I'm going to go for the bed. Let's do the bed first. If that was a bed, not lava, then let's see. We can potentially... the problem is that I'm not going to be able to get there before I die. Ceiling's open. I never look at the roof. I should look at the roof.
Dangerous.
Why are you like this? Okay. This is requiring way more reloading than I expected because the enemies at the very beginning can just move instantaneously, and there's really just not very much I can do about it if they... I think a jump spell in here would help me so much. Yeah, the shape of this ceiling is not super promising. I'm gonna stand right here and start hitting this and see what happens. Looks like, for the most part, they're gonna come straight to me. I think that in order to use the pews, I would need to,
I love
let's see. Please. You know, if only I didn't hit spacebar and just clicked on the thing off the bat, it would have opened, and then I would have actually gotten through there before those enemies came after me. Okay. Fuck! Where are you from? I haven't checked the corridor on the left too much. Let's see. Corridor on the
what
left.
lies ahead.
Okay. Okay.
My weapons are ready.
Okay, we have a leecher at the start. Okay, We got triggered. We're going in here. This room is going to kill me. I shouldn't have opened this door. But yeah, I think this just leads to a room that I can't do anything with. I hadn't actually confirmed what was in the back there, but
Let's go in.
sadly, it was not a thing that was going to help me. This is the wrong direction, and now I'm in a pickle. Because now they're going to wander around so much that the odds that I get through here are fairly minuscule. But, holy shit, we got through there. I don't think I can go through here. Yeah, I can't go through there until I do the thing. I can't get to the bed, can I? Let's see. The bed might get the job done if I could reach it. I don't think there's anything in that room to help me. So it should push me to where, though?
We can take it.
Let's see. Oh, fuck me! I have no faith. Ooh, this is
Doesn't look too
concern.
dangerous.
Fuck. What am I gonna do about this? Let's see. The pews might be the
What lies ahead?
option that I have to use. The problem is that I would have to basically drag. I'm not going to be able to get them all into the place that I need them to be in the pews in order to make it work. So if I invis and just start in the back normally, then I'm going to end up with 6,000 enemies on me. Because the pathing is definitely will be able to handle it. So I'm going to try to get into the pews so I can basically explain how I handled the rat temple at the beginning of Might and Magic 8. So basically, if I can get to a place that's safe to talk about it. Alright. So basically, what I did in Might and Magic 8 was if I get too far away from them, they're just going to walk. They're going to rotate around. They don't get stuck the same way that they would in 6. So in order to get them stuck, I need to be in pretty close to I need to basically be in the red in order for them to get stuck in the pews. Otherwise, they will just filter correctly. So I'll just have 1,000 enemies on me. The way that I did it in the rat temple was the back pews were adjacent to a hallway. So since they were adjacent to a hallway, I could run it over to the pews, jump over to the other side of the pews, and then be just far enough away that everything that trails into that hallway gets close enough to treat it as being in melee range, and to just try to approach straight, even though they can't actually reach. But it requires that they be very close. If you get into the second pew, everything rotates fully around and just goes into the correct place. So you have to get them to go past the point. So the strategy for this place would be to get them all into this pew and then jump over it to the next pew. And that would in theory work, except for the fact that there's so many of them that I can't get that many. There's no way that I'm getting all of those into that space all at the same time. So the other thing that I could do is I could try to use some of the secret doors to my advantage. I'm just going to try to fight right in this spot. I don't know how many are going to filter in. It looks like this spot is pretty good right where we're standing. And we're just going to wait. We're going to see how many filter and where they go to. Look at how huge this pack is. Wild. So, is there anybody in attack range? There's currently nobody in attack range. So the goal right now is to get to a position where I can hit some of the pack, and even if those ones that I'm attacking can hit me. Okay, there we go. So by moving a little bit further this way, we triggered the ones that are over there to start moving, and then re-lock in a place that was closer to us. So anything rotating there, we can handle. So I was intending... Let's see... Whoa!
Could be worse.
You know, bad things happen when you get slightly out of position. So the entire pack hit us at once. So that unfortunately means that if we do it that way, we're going to struggle with any time we mess up slightly, it's a restart. But unless we can get into the secret passages, it might be our best strat. I'm trying to remember how I even get into the secret passages. Oh shit! I think I get into the secret passages from the room that.
What lies ahead?
Let's see. Alright, we're going to try to get into this room and get into the secret passage. Because if I can get into the secret passage, I can do a bunch of shenanigans with the secret... Why the fuck are you like this? Okay.
Come on.
That thing bolted for me so fast. It was... I'm just, like, trying to, like, back away from it, and it's like, no, I'm coming as far as you go.
Doesn't look too dangerous.
Okay. I think I'm going to try the secret passages, and then if the secret passages don't work out for me, I will try the other thing. Okay. And I think for this secret passage thing... Okay, I didn't actually trigger them to... Damn it, I did now. Okay. Well, that's concerning. I might even need to just get some incredibly dumb corner play going. Which might work.
It's a little dark in here.
Like, if I could just get a silly corner... You know what? I'm gonna try something very silly. I'm gonna rotate to here. No, I can't rotate to here because they're gonna be on both sides. And if they're on both sides, then I can't block from both sides. I need to find a place where all of the enemies will be on one side of me.
Come on, let's go in.
Move in the same direction. So as an example, I could use this space to potentially just have this corner. We pull back too far, probably. Okay, that's dead. You know... Sometimes in life, you try to do something fancy, and the fancy thing just isn't going to work, and you need to do the dead simple Well, you know, if they're gonna have Might and Magic 8 AI, I might as well make use of it. That is too many enemies hitting me. I need to not do that. Anybody available? No. Okay. Keep the golden for this here. It's a good thing there aren't any leeches in this pack. Oh good, they're in range right now. So we can clear these. I would much prefer to use the. I would prefer to use something clever as opposed to just the wall. Honestly, like a clever piece of geography, but you know sometimes. You know, given how many times it took with the Invis to get to a point where I could do something like this, it is pretty funny to think that I probably could have gotten it in 1 or 2 more attempts just doing it the way that I was doing it, and it would have probably taken less time to do it that way. We're not even, like, done. Like, we're not going to be able to save off the back of this. Shit, that's too far back. Ooh, we might be in trouble here. I think they're too far forward for me to block them. Yeah. So they had actually rotated far enough forward in that pack that I couldn't move to a safe position. The fact that this pack is so large means that anything short of like a perfect block is going to fail eventually. And it's going to kill me as a result. What is in here? There's a table in here. Ooh, you know what? There's barrels. I can't just jump up there, can I? Nope, can't. Okay. The ceilings in here are definitely causing problems for me. There's like a couple of places where I feel like I would have had a fairly good thing I could do, but the ceilings were blocking me. These curved ceilings. We're gonna go back in here. There's a barrel there. If I could get into that corner, I don't think it helps me, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I don't think we can get into the secret room. I don't think we can get into the tunnels. In the walls right now. I just don't think that that's super reasonable. I could get to here, which doesn't help me much because I think they're just going to rotate straight to me. We're going to find out. I think that this is a bad place. I think this is going to so, but there's been a couple of times where I thought I had a bad place and it was actually working fine. So I just want to make sure. Let's see here. But yeah, now that I've started to try to do shenanigans that are more extreme, I'm invested. I really should just try to clear it straight because it's probably an easier way to do it, and possibly less time consuming as well.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
Invested now. Alright. So this is a room that's just bad for me. I need to not go anywhere near that. I wonder if there's a way to click on the other side of this wall so that I can get over there. I could try. You moved forward right at the time I needed you not. No. I think if I can get on that bed is what I'm doing. Everything is dedicated now to getting us on that bed. I think if I get on that bed, I'm safe. I actually believe that. I think that bed does not have a... I think that bed's against the back corner far enough that maybe 1 or 2 enemies will be able to hit me if I get in there. I think that the vast majority of the pack won't be able to hit me. And I think that the entirety of the like ads, so to speak, like the enemies that will be coming in from the entrance will not be able to get to me. So I think we can make this work. We just need to get into the bed. We just need to get in bed. If we get in bed, we're fine. And then we can use the bed for the entire dungeon, and it'll be really funny. Sometimes... Oh, I could have rotated straight in there. Oh, this room is so unpacked, and I still fucked it up. Oh, ooh. Okay, we're on the bed. Nope, they can get on the bed. That's a problem. They can stand on the bed. Mistakes were made. The bed is not going to save us. Damn it. They can walk onto the bed.
My weapons are ready.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's see. I just need... I just don't really want to keep re-clearing that first bit, because it's boring. I just don't want to keep clearing it again and again.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
So, with that being the case, I think... Well, fuck that up. I think with that being the case, I think I'm going to do the corridor that I was just in again.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
As like